Welcome back to Allison Customs, and today I'm going to work on my plasma table. So this is the steel I had bent up to make a water bath to catch the slag and the capture most of the smoke and that kind of stuff. And they were able to bend it 3 sides on a piece of steel. They were not able to give me a nice halt side if I had to try and bend 4. Plus you can't get steel, at least not here, this size and enough to make the bends. So we did it in 2 pieces. So we're going to put a seam down the middle there, and then we got to weld up the corners, and then we'll need to put a drain out there in the middle as well. So that's this afternoon's project, and then once we get this done, make sure it's square before we weld it all up. We'll haul this back out to where the table is, start squaring the table up and get this installed, and then get everything running so we can actually start testing it. That's my project. I'm going to get some welding done here, and I guess I'll probably going to TIG weld most of this just so I can make sure that I get the seam watertight, but we'll see how that's going. Okay, so here we are at the table. I've got a little bit of work to do on the rails. You guys may or may not remember. So this originally was a 5 by 10 foot long table. And not only do I really not have the space for a 10-foot long table, I don't really have a need for a 10-foot long table. Rarely do I ever even have a need to cut something in half sheets. But, and we may eventually cut this down again and make it a 2-foot table, but I doubt it. I'm going through the process to make a water pan for it, and I don't see me probably wanting to take it all apart again. But part of what I need to do is finish up where I've had to add to these rails to get this all to come out square. I had to cut about 6 inches off of some older rails. I have probably 6 or 8 set of rails total, so I just took some that had good clean metal on them and cut off the last little bit that I needed, and drilled a couple holes in them to get everything to line up. Just got to clean them up, get everything square and straight, and once they're straight, then I can just tighten all the bolts and everything locks in, and then the gantry can slide back and forth on the rack and the rack teeth, the rack and pinion. I guess it works like a rack and pinion. So I already cut down a couple old racks. Just found some that had some chipped teeth and found a section that would do what I needed. And then we've got to turn almost all the bolts in here. The bolt and the nut are on the inside, and so I'm going to turn all these around and put a button head bolt on the inside so that when I set the pan in there, there's nothing in there for it to rub against over time during the vibrating and all that, so cause a leak. So that's what we're going to get done, and I'll move forward.
Thanks for watching Allison Customs Project Car TV. Like us on Facebook and check us out at AllisonCustomsOnline.com.